G'day, guys. Well, guess what? You can see this.
Looking sharp, Dobbo.
Looking sharp, all right. Because
And what
you know
about your
what?
lunchbox that you brought in as well?
Mate, it's got a couple of little frothies, coffee over there. You know what you have to do? You need to punt with Ladbrokes to get more out of your footy multis. Now, I can only give you so much. So you go onto the Ladbrokes app, you make quick, smart picks with stats and insights from the last 5 games. It's all there on the Ladbrokes app. If you go looking, as you can see, a very, very easy thing to do at Ladbrokes. You track your multis in real time. It's all within the app. Jump on the Ladbrokes app today. I got to tell you, when I got on there, I was like, okay, how do you navigate this? And, you know, I'm not that bright with things, but it's so easy. It's so easy. So get on the Ladbrokes app today, punt with Ladbrokes, and get more out of your footy multis. You might even get yourself some good gear. Hello and welcome, you little beauty baby. We're going to the grand final. Yoo-hoo! 2 teams, Melbourne, Brisbane, and boy, oh boy, what a prelim it was. Kevin Walters.
Hey, Dobbo, what do you got? What's that hat on? What are you got doing?
Well, funny you should say that. Here they are, baby. The difference hats, the originals. Big thanks to Wayno and to Knuckles from CTC. We have these different hats. Now, before we start, these will come online for sale. We're saying Thursday. Watch this space and make sure you follow us on the Inside Ball podcast on Instagram. We'll keep you updated, but there will be a link to hit to buy them. They are for sale. The difference caps, they're bloody good caps. You should be wearing one, but you're not. But anyway,
well, if I can,
you're trying to grow your hair.
Get one from somewhere.
You're trying to grow your hair.
If I can get one from somewhere, Dobbo.
Okay, Kevie, unbelievable.
2 great prelim finals.
2 unbelievable prelim finals. Unbelievable.
Let's start with Friday night.
I reckon
Storm Sharks.
It was a snore fest. It was a snore fest. 22 points to 14.
Yeah.
Melbourne did it right.
I tell you what, they found a bit of form, Melbourne.
Well, Harry Grant found some form. So did Cameron Munster.
Munster was in everything. What was his stats? 15 carries for 144 metres. That's front row material. And he's playing in 6.
Yeah, true.
Munster,
what about Stefano Utoikamano?
You
want to talk about
his best
that
game
for a
of the year, so he'll be front and centre for Haas and Carrigan, certainly.
I was really disappointed by the Sharks, Kev. I'll tell you why. Because Nico Hines, their $1 million player, come the hour, come the man. You need to ice that. And Nico, he probably saved his worst game for.
I don't think it was a bad game from him. He's just not up to this. He's not in the class, right? Without being disrespectful of Jerome Hughes and Cameron Munster.
Yeah.
And Jerome Hughes, what about his? That was amazing. He broke his arm 3 weeks ago, Dobbo, against the Broncos.
Supposed to be out for 8 weeks, and then he's back.
He's back, and he gets the ball and he palms off the Sharks defenders and scores a try inside the first 20 minutes.
11 grand finals in 20 seasons. He's unbelievable, Craig Bellamy, what he's done. He is a iconic part of the Melbourne Storm. You've been down there.
Yeah.
You've seen it. They're going to be hard to beat.
They will be.
22 points to 14. It was a good victory. You picked it. You said Melbourne would go through to the grand final.
It's hard to back against.
At home
Storm
as well.
At home.
Yeah.
I think we saw on Sunday as well, and we'll get to that. The advantage of that week off. The advantage of the week off is huge, and that's why no one from outside the top 4 has won the premiership in the last 20 or so years. Because
that record will stay intact because obviously now it's Broncos and Melbourne Storm. Okay.
I got another theory for you.
Go.
No team that goes to Vegas will play in a grand final either. There you go.
You reckon Vegas? Well, it's only 2 years you based that
8 teams have been there. None of them made the grand final. And the last year's premiers went to Vegas. They're not in the grand final.
Sharkies went to Vegas.
Could be the difference. The Sharks.
Could be the difference. Sharkies went there as well.
The 4 teams of the first year, right? Pretty good teams.
Yeah.
Broncos were in the grand final the year before.
Yeah.
Right?
Roosters.
Haven't busted a grape since they've been in Vegas.
Yeah.
Right? And the other
Manly.
team. Manly and South.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Well, let's
both those two haven't shook a...
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Okay, but this year, Warriors, Canberra, Sharks, Penrith, all were pushing. Like 2 of those sides, 3 of those sides.
What happened at the end of the year? Who folded?
Yeah.
Who folded?
Yeah. Okay.
This is a little theory. It's just in its infancy.
Well, what would happen?
Yeah, and you know who has said no to go to Vegas for the opening 2 years, and they're going next year?
Who's that?
The Melbourne Storm. They're Craig Bellamy, mate. Too smart, that Bellamy.
Right. Okay.
What do you think?
Well, I think your theory.
It's got some credit.
I think it's got some flaws in it. But we're not
What's the flaws? Where are they?
Well, you're basing 2 years.
Half the competition have gone over there.
2 years.
2 premiers have gone over there, and 2 grand finalists have not made it the next year.
Okay. All right. Melbourne are through. We'll preview them. Well done. Unbelievable season. Craig Bellamy, that side.
You've struggled this year on the back of Vegas as well. You're opening 2 or 3 weeks. You died, mate.
I'm dying.
You died.
I'm dying now. I got to talk about yesterday. Holy shit.
Yeah, you're at the game, so I was.
Kev.
Was it great?
Like, I'm a rugby league fan.
Yeah.
I was at Canberra for GIO Stadium when Brisbane did the Houdini there.
Yeah. That's 2 Houdinis now.
Well, I think it's better than Houdini. I think they're just a side that has enormous belief in themselves. I'm going to give you some credit, and you're not going to take it. You inherited a basket case in 21, a wooden spoon organisation that was on its knees. And I know you don't want to. I know you don't like this, and you don't like this talk. But you had to go and get your own shirt to go and for a press conference. You sided up there, and the club has never been. And you said you wanted Broncos to be the star billing, and you worked your ass off. And you know what? You built it the first year, second year, third year, you got them to a GF, and you fell short by 3 minutes. That's fine. Last year, plagued by injuries, and we all know what happened. But this victory, that roster and that coaching staff, that's on you, mate. You employed those blokes. You got that roster together. Now, yep, Michael Maguire, well done a great job. The whole that whole club has done a good job. But that's on you. He didn't inherit a basket case like you did, and you should.
No, I appreciate that.
I know it would be hard. I get that.
Well, it's hard.
I know you want the Broncos, but it would be hard watching from afar. I get it.
Yeah.
And you've had to separate yourself, but I just want to say you should take a lot of credit for that because a lot of that roster, the coaching staff, they talk about T.O. today, they talk about his unbelievable, they talk about Trent Barrett, they talk about they're all your picks.
Yeah.
They are your picks.
Yeah. I appreciate your kind words, Dobbo. And look, the only disappointment for me is Billy, Billy not being there. I mean, he's been an instrumental.
Well, they wouldn't be in the grand final without Billy. And Michael Maguire said that. They would not be in the grand final without what Bill's done for the last 8 weeks, and I know it burns him. And last night, the amount of grace that Bill showed on the field, cheering, and how excited he was for him. The fact that he's not getting his operation done till after the grand final because he wants to be a part of the celebrations.
Yeah, he has every right to do that as well.
He has bloody oath he does. And one thing I will say, and a bloke told me close to the club, it's a 30-man roster, that club, and they've all had to contribute. Whether or not they've had to be semi-opposed and been in the Renegades all year, it's a whole thing.
It's a whole club, to get to a grand final.
And Shane Webke was part of our call team last night, right?
Yeah.
He had to do a cross. I had to do a cross for 9. He had to do a cross for 7. He reckons it took him an hour from 6:40 to the Caxton. He said there was.
What's he doing going to the Caxton?
Well, he went for a beer, but he was staying at GG's, so he was having a bit.
Was he with GG?
Yeah, so he was with GG. So he was talking about he's never seen anything like it in the streets before. Like, they stayed for 20 minutes, the fans, after the game, and they were singing. It was crazy, Kev. It was crazy. And look.
Well, that's the Broncos fans, mate. They've got the biggest fan base.
And you know how important it is. It's that part of it. I love to see. I love to see the fans happy. Mate, I was sick. My wife couldn't watch the game. She was that worried. I had my niece and nephew there. They were watching the game. I had friends. It was unbelievable. And today, I'm a member. So I try to get on. We had 3 computers going at 10 o'clock when the sale came on. We never got a seat.
You haven't got a ticket for the grand final?
Well, I've got one because I'm working. But for my family.
Not going?
Couldn't get them. Couldn't get. That's how hotly they were.
Yeah.
We were 14,000 in line.
They'll release a second batch. Tell them to stand by the computer.
Well, I've had to go higher.
Now, what about the game, though?
Let's talk about the game.
Let's talk about the game.
14-0 at half-time. I don't think they could have played any worse. And I've got to say,
they weren't playing that badly, Dobbo.
Yeah, but the little general, mate, our little mate, he was rubbish in that first half. He looked underdone. He looked slow. And I thought the Ezra Mam he came on at the right time. I was calling for him earlier because, mate, Smoothie and Pakesy were cooked. That the pressure cooker of what Penrith do
Well, that's
with
what
Alamotti. They brought Ezra on at the 30-minute mark and they weathered the storm. Now, I said at halftime, the messages at halftime, Kev, and I'm going to get you to talk about the second half, but the messages were, Penrith, take them to a place they've never been to. That was the message in the sheds. Ball control, just get through our sets, do it the Penrith way, and take them to a place. Because I didn't think Brisbane could go with them. On the other hand was, we need to score first. No matter what, we need to score first, and we need to hold our defence and our nerve. Well, it was unlike Penrith. They went away from what they did. Penrith went away from what they've done for the last 5 years, 4-time premiers, 5-time grand finalists. Brisbane actually executed what they had to do, and Penrith went away from it.
Well, there's a reason for that, and there's a couple of big moments in that second half which I felt went Brisbane's way.
Yep.
There was a moment around the 20-minute mark when they had a run of possession, Penrith. They didn't take 2 points.
No, they went for the try.
They went for the try, right? Yep. 2 points in that. I think the score at the time was 14-0
or 14-6.
14-6 it was. Would have pushed them out to 16-6. At the time, no real difference. 10 points is not really two tries. But right in front of the uprights, and they took 2 in the first half to push them out to a 6-point buffer or an 8-point buffer. So, I thought that, and because they look fatigued in that second half, the Panthers. Yeah. Let's be honest.
Oh, they were cooked. Nathan Cleary said to me on the field. I interviewed Nathan Cleary on the field, and he said to me, the one thing we knew about Brisbane, which they hadn't factored in, and they talked about, but they didn't realise, is that the Brisbane just wouldn't go away.
Yeah,
they wouldn't go away, and that's a maturity thing. That takes time for a team to build that, and we've seen that in the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Well, it was the exact reverse of the grand final.
Yeah.
2 years earlier.
Yeah.
Where they got some good learnings. Yeah. And I said after that game, the Broncos will be back here.
Yeah.
One day, real soon.
And
I was better. Right.
Yep, you were. And that roster, there's 9 of that 13 are going back.
Yeah.
So 9 of that 13.
So they got great experience from 23.
From 23 are going back into that pressure cooker, knowing full well that they cannot leave
Well, they
away.
know what's in front of them, mate.
What about the general? Well, I'm going to talk about the captain. He needed to come up. The kick for Staggs was beautifully timed. That's what he can do. But how happy were you when he put his hand up to ice the kick?
There's two blokes in the game here you want taking that kick, and they happen to be both on the field. One of them was Adam Reynolds, and the other one's Nathan Cleary. Nathan's slotted 2 from that, wasn't it? That
exact spot as well.
For Penrith to push them out to 12-0.
Yeah.
So there's 2 blokes in the game who you want kicking that.
But Reynolds
was
need to ice that.
It was interesting from Reece though. Did he give it up or did Reno tap him?
I asked him today. He said he had cramps.
Who had cramps?
Walshy had cramps.
Oh, come on, Walshy.
Yeah, no, he missed that one.
And that was the right side for the lefty.
Yeah, and it hit the post, and he drove it like...
But you know when that happened, and I was watching it on my phone because I had to go to the airport, and I thought, that's not the end of the game.
No. Well, Walsh then took it upon himself. If you go back and watch that try, he got early ball from Reynolds, which he wanted, and he went for it. There was 4 blokes in the tackle that he pushed through.
Yeah, and then
he was able to do the netball over the top pass. Mariner had a bit of work to do as well.
Yeah, Mariner, mate, he's a good player.
Yeah, you've been saying that.
I've been saying that for years.
Yeah, you have been. So they go through 16-14. The emotion for you at that moment, because a lot of those blokes you love, you must have been happy for those players that they get another chance.
Because I've won 6 premierships, I understand what it's like to win a premiership. And we lost that one in 23, in whatever reason. But, to get to a grand final is a great achievement, and they'll be feeling really nice today.
Yeah.
But you've got to win it now, boys. You've got to take that next step. I think they can. I believe they can.
Yeah, so do I.
But it'll be a similar game, Dobbo.
Yeah.
Because the Storm are similar to Penrith, right? But they're fresher. They've had the easier run through the finals.
Yeah. Well, they haven't had
Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah, and they've got some cattle back, but I think Brisbane are hardened. I think Brisbane.
Oh, they're hard, but you can't tell me the Storm aren't hard. Don't go win.
No. But I just think the mindset of Brisbane
Well, they'll be confident. You cannot get any more confident than what they are.
Brisbane have come from a 24 points to 12, 28-12.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have won that game, right?
Well, they did.
That should have. Look, I know, but
they shouldn't have, but they did.
Yes,
and that gives them confidence. And you know what?
I know they get
by all rights against Penrith, they shouldn't have beaten Penrith.
14-0 down, yeah,
they did.
Yeah,
and so that to me says to me they fear nothing.
Yeah, well,
they fear.
You reckon
no
the
one.
Storm fear someone too?
No, but I don't know.
Underestimate the Storm. Mate. This is my problem. This is where I'm a bit worried about They think they're just invincible now. Well,
yeah, but how do you?
The 5-time premiers showed that no one's invincible.
Yeah.
They got rolled yesterday. They were the favourites to win Penrith.
Yeah, they were
yesterday,
up 14-0.
Right, and yeah, but at half time, I'm sure everyone thought, well, this isn't over yet, and you could see the look on Ivan Cleary's eyes.
Yeah.
Up in the coach's box with 20 to go.
He knew
he had some concerns.
No, and he asked that in the presser. Like, yeah, he said at no point did they think they were home.
And there was a moment. The other moment in the game was when Nathan Cleary dummied and went himself. If he picks up, I think it was I forget who was
Isaac Tonga.
No,
or Alamotti.
No, the 5'8".
Blaze Talangi.
Talangi.
Yeah, they
was
score.
On his outside.
Yeah, he was.
Possibly scores. I'm not going to say he does because Reynolds was there.
Reynolds' defence was very good.
Goal. He gets in. Yeah. He's a good little defender, Renault. You know.
The Scott Sorensen thing, I think, had an effect. And I've got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He got Cat 1, but then passed his HIA. So
no, but Cat 1's you're out.
You're out. Yeah, but he passed his HIA. It
doesn't matter. You're out.
Yeah, but what
Safety
I'm saying
first.
is, I get it, but he was deemed Cat 1 from the independent doctor, and then went and did his HIA, and then passed it. So, like that meant them short on the bench. That's the loophole which I think you got to look at in games like that.
Maybe they should be able to bring someone in.
That's the only thing I'm going to say about
particularly
that.
in the heat and that.
Yeah,
and the stress of a prelim final.
Okay. Right. We're going to preview it later in the week. Now, if you haven't seen the difference, go and have a look at the difference chat again because it was unbelievable. Hats will be out on Thursday. You'll be able to buy them. Go onto our Instagram. There'll be a link there. If Darcy's just got to pull his finger out, he's a tad hungover from a Bucks
he's had a big weekend.
Mate, we're all working.
He should be full of joy and he walked in with a lot. I thought someone had died in his family this morning.
He's just wounded. Okay, questions for Kev. And this is the thing. Tough question. Who misses out for Carrigan? Carrigan's back. Now, Willison didn't get suspended. He copped the fine. So, Smoothie and Kobe are both great. I tend to think maybe Ben Tolte misses out.
Yeah, I'd say he'd be the one.
Yeah, I think Tolte will miss out, who's been very good.
That's that last man on the boat.
Yeah. You know, he's very happy he gets to play in the grand final. Corey Jensen, I spoke to him today because he missed out. He missed out with 23, and old Mudcrabby's been wonderful for the club. He was wonderful.
He was great in 23 too, but I couldn't. You can't fit everyone all.
Yeah, and
unfortunately, some people are going to miss out.
Yeah,
through injury or
Tolte misses out. I think
the depth that the Broncos have is pretty special.
Is Huss the most vital player for the Brisbane pack, Kev?
Oh, I think the Huss Carrigan. Jensen combination early. You got Willison off the bench. They all play their roles, but he was instrumental yesterday, Payne Haas. And what I watched this morning, I watched after the hooter and the Channel 9 went on Payne Haas. Gee, there was some emotion there from Payne.
Yeah.
So he's a really important player. And a lot of noise around yesterday, about Moses Leota and his form with the Panthers. Well, Payne sort of...
Yeah, he schooled him up.
He equalled that yesterday.
The biggest thing is now when I look at this, I've got to ask you this. There's a couple of questions here about will you be at the grand final, as hard as it would be? Are you down to Sydney?
At this stage, I'm unsure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm more than likely working at Fox.
Yeah.
And Fox, the Fox do a
pre-game
from the studio
and a post-game.
So it's unlikely that I'll be.
But you're down there for selections anyway, and there's a kangaroo.
Select the Kangaroos.
Reunion. Yeah, kangaroo reunion as well. Do you go
on
to that?
On Saturday? Yeah. I could be at that, just depending on flights, Dobbo, and how much they want to sting.
I'll be down there. Does Ezra start at 6 next week?
I think he nearly has to, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and you put what? Would you
I
do?
thought he looked a bit rusty, which was normal, and Renault a bit rusty in the first half as well. But he looked fit, and he looked like a footy player, didn't he, Ezra?
Yeah.
And Renault as well. They both did really well. And so did Xavier Willison.
Yeah.
You know?
Where can we
He's a
buy the
big
difference
unit.
hats? We need to take some down this Sunday to Sydney. Well, if Darcy would pull out the shit, we might have them ready tomorrow. We might.
I'll give you Dobbo's number. I'll put it on Insta. You ring Dobbo up and he'll get them sent out to you.
No.
No? Is that not happening? You said that'd be okay.
No, do not give my number out. But Darcy will get this sorted because Darcy's got one job, to put this podcast out and get the shopping cart up. What needs to be improved for the grand final, in your opinion?
Their starts. Got to get their first half better. They've been coming home strongly, but that's one thing about the Storm. We'll talk more about that on Thursday. But they always start well, and you don't want to see the Storm scoring first on Sunday. It's not the end of the game if they do, but you prefer to get a nice, fast, hard start for the Broncos.
Is the grand final week preparation different to a normal week?
Oh, of course it is. Yeah, you've got lots of things going on. Well, they've already done a presser earlier today, the club, and then what are they going down on Wednesday? For a Thursday, you got the Dally M's on Wednesday night.
Yep.
Then on Thursday, you got the grand final sort of parade or celebration where both teams will attend.
Yep.
Yeah, of course it's different, but it's about nailing that prep, and there'll be some learnings from 23, no doubt, because there was a few things that I wasn't happy with there that eventually happened, but it's all learnings, mate.
Payne-Haas played for 80 minutes, in your opinion. Is he one of the best forwards in the game? He played the full 80 yesterday.
Yeah, no, of course he is. He has been for the past couple of years. We love what Payne brings to not only to the Broncos but to our game of rugby league.
Now, Ashley Klein, it hasn't been official, but it looks like Grant Atkins is going to get the game.
Is he?
Yeah, well, because that Klein 18 penalties.
Put the whistle away, mate.
But you know what I did think? Penrith played on the edge like yesterday, and because Grant Atkins, he just let it play. Like,
what do you mean on the edge?
Well, mate, there was a lot of holding down. There was a lot of slow ruck play.
What the Broncos didn't do that?
No, they didn't do that either. No, I just thought, mate.
You got that patch on still, big fella.
Mate, did you? Well, I have one-eyed, but did you think Martin should have gone to the bin?
Ezra should have been penalised, attacking the kicker in the air.
No, that was not an attack. No, I'm sorry.
You cannot do that to a kicker. Ezra, don't do that in the grand final, you get penalised.
Yeah.
Seriously, mate. That's what Cleary blew up at.
Well, he threw a punch, Cleary. He should have gone to the bin. It was a punch. Should have gone to the bin.
Oh, okay. Well,
anyway,
you want to send everyone to Kosamui and...
No, well, Panthers off you go to Kosamui. Ta-da!
No, he can't go to Kosamui.
I did say to him...
He's going to England.
I did say to him, hey, best of luck for the Ashes. I did say that, and he was like, thank you, mate. So we safe to say you can give us one drop. He would be selected in that side.
Well, he's in your side, Dobbo?
Yes.
Right.
Can I ask you that?
I think he's in most people's.
A little birdie told me yesterday, that might have been a selectors meeting last night. That's what I heard. Just a little conference.
Before the game.
We
had a link up, yeah.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Oh, it was brilliant, yes. Got some good banter going amongst the selectors.
But
some good opinions there.
Well, mate, there were 3 selectors there at the ground yesterday.
Darren Lockyer,
Joey, and Cam Smith were all there yesterday. Who else is the other one?
Well, Peter Valandis was there yesterday, the chairman of selectors.
Was he there as well? Yeah. And you weren't there?
I was, myself and Boyd Cordner, we were on link, online.
So was it good?
Yeah, very positive, mate. Well, we're going to come up with a really strong side.
Do we know what Stags is doing?
Not yet, we don't.
I'm going to say Katoni.
Where's he going? England, or is he going Pacifica Championships?
No, he's going to England with you.
Is he?
That's my mail.
Is that what you've heard?
That's my mail.
Righto.
That's my mail. But you got Tino. But you saw Lindsay Smith yesterday. Tino, you've got, Liam. Oh, Liam Martin's not going.
Liam Martin's having a baby, so he's probably going to be unavailable.
But mate, there's some players there yesterday. Isaiah Yeo. There's some footballers.
Both fullbacks were very good, weren't they?
Very good. But like Teddy's also got to be coming into consideration, mate. And he's probably going to win the Dally M on Wednesday night.
He'll probably win the Dally M, yeah. See, mate, you can't. This is what I said without giving too much away in the meeting. We can't any of those 3.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah. Does Mark Ngawanganitawase now he's pledged allegiance to rugby union? Does that?
No, well, that was spoken about as well without giving too much away. But no, again, not about there. But my opinion is no. I don't think it should affect. He's still playing league next year.
Yeah.
You know, and you pick the best available players, Dobbo. So he's in contention, certainly.
All right, now, Ladbrokes, the hosted pod. It was a tough day of racing. I mean, yes, we should have backed the Brisbane Lions. Now I think about it, we should have got on the Lions.
You missed the Lions.
We didn't, and that's on us. But we've been saying that Brisbane were morals, and you got a little bit of a snake back, so you got some money back. So we actually didn't have that much. But the pot this week with the grand final.
What are you doing with it? What are you going to do?
We are going to have more options than a bloke in Thailand.
Now, you remember last time the Broncos were there, who scored tries, don't you?
Yeah, Ezra, Tommy Flegler. So Tommy Flegler out.
Yeah.
He's out. But Ezra got 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Who else was pretty instrumental on that day, you reckon, in that second half?
Reece Walsh.
He wears number 1.
Reece Walsh. And another bloke who was instrumental, who's not going to be on the side, is Jesse Arthurs. He missed out, but he was very good that day for you as well. Just saying.
Payne Ass was good too.
I'll tell you who's going to come up, the Rainmaker, A. Reynolds. You watch this space. He's going to, mate. Anyway, we're going to give you. I don't want to get ahead of myself. There's a bit of racing on Saturday as well. I've got Nuggets helping me out with my racing tips, so you know that. You know,
I saw Nugget up at the Queensland Cup Grand Final.
Well done to Burley. Well done to Burley.
Burley won that. It was a tough game, Dobbo. Gee, they got into it.
Well, I've got to say this now. Broncos, Burley are a feeder club to the Broncos.
Yeah, so they'll be down there.
They'll be down the state championships.
Yeah, they got the
well done to the NRLW side.
Yeah, they cruised through, didn't they?
They've gone through.
Their team stacked, Dobbo.
Unbelievable. Big weekend for the Bronx. Big weekend for the Broncos.
Well, for Queensland, not just...
Yeah, you're right, for Queensland and the Bronx. Too early to predict? Is it too early to give us
Too early, yeah. We've got to see the teams. Got to get their selections and who's in and who's out.
Wednesday, we've got a big guest.
Talk about grand finals.
He could tackle. That's all I'm going to say. He was a good tackler. That's all I'm going to... I'm not going to give it any more away. That's him. And then, obviously, we've got a big that. We will review it as well. But please, watch this space. It could be even today. It could be even tomorrow. But the hats will be for sale. And if people... We've got a lot of messages, people wanting them to take to Sydney. We've heard
just
you loud and clear.
Just imagine if we had a quarter of the stadium.
We've heard you loud and clear. It's only up to one person now, and he can be the difference. It'll be up to him though. But we'll let you know. Have a great day. Monday, Broncos through to a GF. How bloody good is that, Kev? I love you, mate, and I appreciate you. It's tough, but I appreciate you.
It's all right, mate.
It's good. Go the Bronx.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.